Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be reviewing WWE King and Queen of the Ring for 2024. I will give my thoughts on all of the matches. Um, I will give out my favorite match and my best moment. There is no worst match because not a single match was bad on this card. But of course, we'll get into that before we fully get into the review. I just want to say I need Jacob Fatu and I need the Wyatt Six. I think that's what they might call the team. I need those guys to debut. I'm ready to see some debuts in my wrestling, and I'm getting a little impatient from it. Not gonna lie, but that's okay. I just got to be a little bit more patient. That's all. But let's get into the actual show. It started off with Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, where Liv Morgan got the win. I think that this match was good, a great way to start off the night. I got this prediction correct, so I'm currently 1-0 on the night. But Liv Morgan uh, and Dominic Mysterio kind of teased the relationship between the both of them. Not necessarily a physical relationship, but a working relationship between the two of them. I think that's pretty good because you can have Dominic pass it off as, oh well, the chair was more towards Becky, so maybe he's trying to get Becky to use it, but that's not what happened. But I love what they are doing so far with this story. In the background of Raw events, you'll see um, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio interacting and kind of leaving the same area, so it gives that speculation. I think this is a great way to build this story. I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Um, Unfortunately, Becky Lynch's run was not a long one, but what else is to be expected? I think that they were probably originally possibly trying to push towards Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, but I love the fact that they might do a story of Liv taking everything from Rhea and then have them feud. I would love to see Liv Morgan as the heel in that feud and Rhea Ripley as a babyface. She's pretty much been a babyface most of her run in Judgment Day because of how much the crowd loves her for very good reasons. The second match of the night was the Queen of the Ring finals. You had uh, Lyra Valkyria versus Naomi. This match was really good. Great sequences. You had this David versus Goliath matchup, and I am a big fan of that. I know some people aren't. I don't know. It's just the size different, and the wrestling style is different as well. I think that they did a great job throughout this match. There were times where I was fully behind Lyra Valkyria, and the finishing spot was amazing. And honestly, I want to say it's the best Nia Jax has looked since her return. And that's saying a lot because I personally enjoyed her match she had with Rhea Ripley in Elimination Chamber. But I still think that this was a great match. I recommend, if you have not checked out this PLE, do check it out. It was awesome. You can check it out on Peacock. It was really entertaining throughout it. The crowd was behind it. They didn't get too like much into the um, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch match as I wanted them to, which is okay. Not every match has to have the full crowd involvement. Unfortunately, that is the case the most time. Then third match, super great. You had and Nia Jax won that the Queen of the Ring. I am 2-0 on tonight. The third match is Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship, and Sami Zayn came away with the win. I'm 3-0 tonight so far in the predictions. Um, really stellar match. I think it's about time we've seen Bronson Reed get more love on the main roster. Man, he is so underrated, and I feel like nobody really talks about it. He's a big man that can move. I think he's going to be a prominent force in the WWE in the future. I would love to see him get the World Heavyweight Championship run. I would love to see an Intercontinental run, a Tag Team Championship run. I think there's so much potential Bronson Reed has, and that's not any disrespect to any of the current wrestlers at all, because I think that there's honestly a list of, if I sat down and thought, like 200 wrestlers I want to see at the top, and we unfortunately won't see all those at the top. I think Bronson Reed is due for something big, something to set him up for even more in the future, because I think he's great and I think he deserves even more love from the WWE universe. And then you also have Chad Gable, who is stellar in the ring, who time after time after time after time is proven to be someone you can put with other wrestlers and have a good match. He is like the Kurt Angle of this generation. I know that a lot of people are comparing him to Kurt Angle, who is one of my favorite of all time. But there's good reason. He's a solid wrestler inside the ring, great match storytelling, great performances, can make you believe in him, can be an amazing heel and can be an amazing face, and we're seeing that right now with his heel run that he's currently having. And then, of course, you have the champion, Sami Zayn, who is one of my GOATs. He is top 5 for me, most likely, unless I really sat down and wrote out the list. From just thinking about it, definitely top 10, maybe even top 5 wrestler of all time, in my opinion. I love that they're doing more with Sami, and I'm excited to see him go even further. Put the WWE Championship on him in a year or two. I would love to see that. I would support that so much because he is so good. He is the ultimate underdog, even though he's done a lot in his career. And at this point, you can't really look at him as an underdog. He still plays up to that underdog narrative so well. And it's something he's done throughout his entire career. And I love that. More Sami Zayn, please. I'm so excited to see where this reign goes. I think that I don't think it'll be better than Gunther's reign, because Gunther's reign has a lot of amazing matches and just quality run. And I think that we will have a quality run from Sami Zayn, but I don't think it'll be nearly as good, unfortunately. But I still think it's going to be amazing, and I'm excited to see what happens more in the future. And then you have the King of the Ring tournament going on fourth. You had Gunther versus Randy Orton. I picked Gunther to win. I'm 4-0 on predictions so far this video. This was my match of the night. This is a match where I can understand if people do not enjoy it as much as the main event or as much as a couple of other matches on this card, but there's something about telling a story in ring-wise that I feel like Randy Orton does not get enough credit for. He did an amazing job of switching up the pace of the match and switching up his style of wrestling to a little bit more of a striker and more concentrated rage, if that makes sense. I think that this match was good. It was everything I was wanting it to be, and even a little bit more. I think that I love that they're having him win here. Push him to the moon. Have Gunther win and win and win and win and just be this dominating bad guy. Because that's what I think is the reason why people have been saying that Cody's reign isn't that great anymore. Is because sometimes with baby faces, they can get old. But there's something about a dominant, badass bad guy that people get behind. And for obvious reasons. It makes you more entertained and it makes you more invested. I think that Gunther already has done so much in his career and has even more to go. I'm so excited to see what Gunther does in the future. And this will be something I will talk about probably all year round. He was my favorite wrestler last year, Gunther, and I don't see anyone taking that number 1 spot from him this year. But still, amazing match, and I genuinely enjoyed it. It was a great back and forth, and there's something about Gunther just chopping people's lives away that I'm so here for, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I got. And then the final match of the night, we have Cody Rhodes putting up the WWE Undisputed Championship against Logan Paul. This match was so good. It has what I put as my favorite moment from this match, or from this entire event, was Logan Paul doing the splash through the announce table, and as he's doing it, you see a drone shot going 360 around him. Oh my goodness, why did Kevin Dunn stay for so long? Oh my goodness. Just the product and the way the different shots are. There was like 8 different things I could have picked for the show being my favorite part. But I'm just in general gonna say the drone shots, because you saw it with Randy's entrance. It's coming in and you see Randy walking out and the fireworks are like coming off in the background. You just have all these awesome shots with the drone camera. I love that, but specifically, I think one that will be talked about for a long time is the splash through the table with the 360 camera. Yes, please, I need more camera shots like that. I love the production WWE has been doing on their shows recently. Cody did win this, making my predictions 5 for 5. 5 correct out of 5. I'm currently perfect on the year, and I wonder how long that perfect predictions will last. I think it might come to an end soon, because there's a lot of unpredictability coming in the future of the WWE. I think that there's a lot to get behind. Like, I understand why some people are not liking Cody's reign, but it's also like you've not given it time to have an actual rivalry for the championship, and I think that's just what it needs. You need a rivalry to sink your teeth into. Yes, you kind of had that with AJ Styles, and yes, you kind of had that with Logan Paul, but it's only a few week build. Give it a little bit more time. You can have, I think, someone you can have him feud with is going into SummerSlam. Have him feud against Randy Orton. Like, I know that the King of the Ring tournament was to determine the winner would get a championship bout at SummerSlam, but I think you can also have Randy Orton do the same thing. But you give him a good storyline, and I promise you, people are going to start changing their viewpoint of that. And also, it's people online who are saying that. People, if you watch the shows, people are behind Cody. People love Cody. I don't know why there's all of a sudden this hate. Like, I know a couple people in my personal life who don't like Cody, but they've stuck with not liking Cody. They weren't like, let's go Cody, have him win at WrestleMania. Boom, we hate him now. No, they just didn't like him. But I think that there is a lot of good coming from his reign. Obviously, if you're looking for in-ring quality, you can look no further. He has time and time again proven why he is the undisputed WWE champion. And I think he deserves all the flowers in the world for putting on these banger matches. I'm excited to see the future of his reign. But yeah, that is it for my review of King and Queen of the Ring. If you liked this video, hit the like button and also hit that subscribe button. Put down in the comments below if you have any suggestions for any wrestling matches or wrestling events you want me to review, and I will do that. But that's it for today's video. You guys have a great rest of your day.